Hi guys, my name's Carl and this is D7RTV. Today we're going to be talking about MX5s, mainly Mark II NB and Mark 2.5 MBFL and what to look for when you're buying one. Stay tuned. Right then guys, on this winter morning, the sun's shining and in front of us we have a Mark 2.5 NBFL MX5. The NBFL came in 2001 when they replaced the NB with a more sportier looking front end with vents in the front of the bumper and xenon headlights. They also have a couple of little upgrades on the interior, and there's a slight sort of change in the rear with sort of smoked clear type of rear lamp. But this is quite a clean example, so what we're going to do is give you an idea of what to look out for if you're in the market for one. Because these things hide a multitude of sins, and they hide it very well, especially if you're going to spend quite a pretty penny on one because they're going up in value. So what we're trying to do is give you a cheat code so you know what to look for and try and save you some money. Because these things to repair can be quite expensive and time consuming, so you've got to take that into account. This one has been restored before, but the signs are coming back through now from probably a poor repair or a poor prep, should I say. But the arches are really clean, so they usually bubble around the rears here. They're usually telltale signs. Also, they go around this area here. They definitely go down at the bottom and underneath. You can see down there, this is all places to look out for. They go in the middle seam here. That's another place to look out for. Further down the front you have the wing panels. Underneath there's some bolts and they tend to go here. Round to the other side. Again, this is quite a clean side, so I'm not too worried about this side. But again, just be vigilant what you're looking for. This is meant to help you, this video. So, there we go. On the seam again, starting to bubble through. On this rear back section of the arch, the lower sill, they go here. This car is here to be repaired, so we're going to walk you through that as well. So I think now is best to get her on the ramp and see what she's like underneath. Right, so here we are. We have lift off. And the MX5 is now on the ramp. So what I'll do now is do a little walk around. And this is the front driver's side sill under the car. As you can see, it's been heavily coated with underseal and it's starting to laminate off the actual body due to years of moisture. They tend to go here. They tend to go around here in some occasions I've seen. This one's not too bad. It's only done 50,000 miles this car has, but walking towards the rear, and this is a section of interest because they almost always go here, and as you can see that all needs to be chopped out and repaired. Lighting's not the best in this unit. It's in the middle of winter, it's freezing cold, there's a little bit of sunshine, it's very windy, so I hope you can hear me properly. Another place of interest is the battery tray. These can rot out. This is quite a clean example, but I'm sure somewhere down the line we'll do another video of one which is not so nice. Main thing is, if you got to spend good money on these cars when you go and buy one, because you see them and the price are all over the place and you think you're having a bargain because you found one for 500 quid that's got a little bit of rust. That little bit of rust has come from the inside of the car. These rot from inside out. This is the passenger side. Again, it's pretty much consistent with the driver's side, but this side tends to be the worst in most cases. And someone's had a go here and filled it full of some sort of silicon. Basically, these sort of underseals let moisture behind, and then they sweat, and then they hide it very well, and the next thing you know, you got a hole there. This is what I like to call the inner rear flitch. This one's not in terrible condition, but they make repair panels for these, and I've seen some terrible ones where they've rotted completely through. Rarely they go on these sort of chassis frame rails that go down in the middle of the car. Most times you got to worry about it. Some boy racer's had one, and he's probably lowered it and bounced off every curb in his area. No, well, not curb, speed bump, should I say. These are usually stoved in. This is quite a nice example. This is a completely stock car with a sports exhaust, I think is the only thing. But I've seen much, much worse on this ramp. But if you can, take a jack with you if you're going to look for one. Because if you're spending upwards of £3,000, which is easy now because of the way they're going up in value, you're going to want to be looking at this sort of stuff with interest, because they do hide the rust really well. Apart from that, they're not too bad. But what we're going to come to in a minute is the main thing, because this can become very expensive, and that is the Mk2 chassis rails. And that's one of the main reasons why it's here. And it's a bit hard to get a picture up here with the light and stuff, but this area where the anti-roll bar bolts to is the chassis rail, and this one's starting to laminate out. A lot of the time these cars fail MOTs due to this. It's supposed to be a box, but it's swelled up now, and years of damp and moisture that's got in there has swollen it out now, so it's pretty much at breaking point now. So these have got to be chopped out and replaced. There's kits you can buy off eBay if you want to do it yourself, or it's something that we can do. Again, up here, it's hard to get the camera up there, but driver side chassis rail that needs replacing as well because of the swelling. The two skins thick, and they just literally rot from inside out. The new chassis rails are a single skin, so it's not so bad. As you can see up there, this one's starting to go. Most of the ones on this rack that have come in are far worse than this one, but this passenger side one is a decent example of what to look out for. And something you can get under the car and have a look through the wheel arch, or crawl underneath, or, as I say, take a jack with you when you go and buy one. So yeah, it's just something to look out for when you're buying one.